One of the most overlooked elements in Watch Dogs 1, and one that players use constantly without really thinking about it, is the ctOS profiler. It shows up the moment Aiden walks past his first NPC, and from then on it becomes a seamless part of how you play the game. But when you stop and look closely at what the profiler actually does, how much information it reveals, and the way it changes your behavior as a player, you start to understand that this feature isn't just a tool. It's a complete commentary on predictive data systems, privacy loss, and how modern surveillance shapes human judgment in real time. The profiler's biggest trick is how naturally it fits into the gameplay loop. You walk through a street and instantly see people's occupations, incomes, medical conditions, addictions, traumas, hobbies, and even secret crimes they've never been convicted of. It's not just data collection, it's data interpretation. The profiler isn't pulling public records, it's making algorithmic guesses. That's why some of the information feels oddly specific or invasive, like recently enrolled in anger management, diagnosed with PTSD, or suspected of tax fraud. These are the kinds of details no real-world system could legally expose in a casual street-level interface, but that's what makes it such a powerful piece of storytelling. It's showing you how much ctOS overreaches, how little oversight exists, and how normalized this invasive technology has become. What's interesting is how quickly the player accepts it. After only a few minutes, you stop reacting to the shock of seeing private data floating over everyone's head, and you start using it as a filter to decide who matters. The profiler subtly trains you to evaluate humans as data sets. If someone has a criminal record, you might tail them. If someone has a high bank account, you might hack them for cash. If someone seems tied to a potential crime, you intervene or ignore them based on the prediction model. So, even though Aiden Pierce is the one holding the phone, you are the one absorbing the ctOS's logic, reducing people to profiles, responding to numbers instead of personalities. The ethical twist is that the profiler isn't always right. Many of the NPCs flagged as potential criminals do nothing harmful if you don't tail them. And some criminals the profiler never warns you about commit violent acts without any predicted label. This quietly demonstrates the flaws of predictive policing: false positives, false negatives, and biases hidden inside an opaque system. The game never throws this in your face, but the examples are everywhere if you slow down and watch how NPCs behave. Sometimes the profiler will mark someone as a future victim, only for them to walk away without incident if you don't intervene. That means ctOS wasn't predicting anything, it was guessing. The profiler also reveals how deeply ctOS intrudes into personal life. You learn who's infertile, who's in debt, who's cheating on their partner, who's battling addiction, and who's sending money to relatives overseas. These aren't criminal flags, they're vulnerabilities, and once you see them listed so casually, it becomes clear how powerful a company like Blume is. If Aiden, one guy with a stolen access key, can see all this, imagine what the people running the system can do. They don't need force to control society when they can map every weakness, every fear, every secret.